week after the new government, the RJD-JDU combine in Bihar was sworn in, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has come out with his first big policy decision. He's announced today that from the 1st of April, he will implement prohibition in the state. He said that while his bureaucrats were a little confused by how they were going to implement it, he was very clear this had to be done because this is what he promised the women of Bihar at the start of the campaign. Just how is it going down? How will they implement it? And what will it mean for the people of Bihar? And how do the young people, remember they were the majority of the voters, how do they all take it? We're going to talk about that in just a bit with our panel here on Agenda. First, my colleague Alok Pandey gets you quick reactions from Patna.
What do youngsters in Patna think about the alcohol ban announced by Chief Minister Nitish Kumar? I am here at one of Patna's most happening places, if I can call it that. This is Forks and Pins. It's in a mall here in Patna. It's got a snooker table, billiards. It's got a bowling alley. And we have these youngsters here who we've got. I just want to go to you first. Aapka naam kya? What's your name?
Ashraf.
Ashraf, I want to ask you, you were telling me that you think that it is the right thing that the Chief Minister has done. Why do you say that?
Because alcohol is prohibited in many states, including Punjab, and several states have banned it, and in various countries also it is banned.
But how does it help if you ban it?
Because it is addicted, because intake of alcohol or any alcoholic drinks or taking drugs or something which is addicted makes you money debt. Because you get lust into it and you are unable to get away from it because it's very hard. And once you get addicted, it's very hard, and you have to get. You have to be something. You have to take under some preachings, teachings, or something.
It's very hard to get de-addicted. Is what you say.
That's right.
I have somebody here. आपका नाम क्या है? आप बता रहे थे कि आप agree नहीं करते.
There are many things that needs to get banned in spite of alcohol, and everyone has a right to drink or do whatever they want to do. Our country is a secular country. We have right to do anything that we want to do, but actually there are many things that need to ban. Porn ban or meat ban or alcohol ban is not going to change the mindset of people. So that is the basic thing, that we have to understand that we have right to do anything, but in a limit.
It's interesting that the students who are originally from Bihar in our audience over here, even they support it. They're saying it's a good thing. We'll just be speaking to them in just a bit. First, let me just introduce our panel as well. Getting us the flavor of what other young people in Bihar are thinking in Patna. We have radio jockey from Patna, Umang, joining us. And for the political reaction, our JDU guest isn't here yet. But from the Congress, we have Ajay Kumar and Akar Patel, a journalist, commentator, someone who has really looked at Gujarat closely, will tell us how the whole prohibition thing works or doesn't work. So our first talking point really is this a good politics thing, or is it really a regressive first announcement to make? Umang, if I can ask you, what are the kind of reactions? Have people already started reacting to it, all your listeners on radio?
Well, everybody has been reacting because now there's a joke coming up. We call India as a Bande Matram. सब कुछ बंद करने की बात चल रही है. So banning alcohol or banning beef or whatever. मतलब people are asking कि where is my choice? Where is my choice? If I can choose my government, why can't I choose my lifestyle? If I want to drink, so why stop me? That's the first question everybody is asking.
Ajay Kumar, as the alliance partner in the government, is this something you approve of? Because, you know, the Congress government in Delhi, we are here in Delhi, and I just know that the Congress government in Delhi has always been very, very liberal with his liquor policy. In fact, they almost at one point of time, they were considering home delivery of beer. So is this something you're comfortable with?
Look, Sunitra, we went into this election with a common manifesto, with a common arrangement, and Nitish ji had already announced it. And if you look at it from a Bihar perspective, especially if there is obviously it borders onto people talking on choices, and we totally understand that. But unfortunately, especially in post state, whether it's Bihar, Jharkhand, and other states, the huge amount of, the amount of liquor and its ill effects are felt with the families. So it's, I think Nitish ji had promised the people of Bihar. He stuck to his promise, and from where we come from, especially the poor people, the impact of alcoholism and the bad impact of it disproportionately affects the labor and the poor farmers. And so I think from that perspective, it's a very important choice. It's more to do with what's happening in the state of Bihar. Delhi and states like Delhi, and where the economic progress goes to a significant extent, but the politicians on the ground, whether it is the local representatives, whether it is the panchayat leaders, whether it is the assembly leaders, see the disastrous effect of alcohol being freely available. My state of Jharkhand, we have the same issues. The traditional liquor, the traditional brewing of liquor, traditional brewing, which was not so harmful. In Jharkhand, now the opening of liquor shops with much higher percentage of alcohol has led to, so traditional methods of people consuming their traditional products was to a huge extent safer. But then you have every nook and corner opening liquor shops, and leading to a major problem.
So I can see you looking for all those, the rationale behind how it could be seen as a good decision. I just want to ask Akar Patel. Just my colleague in Patna, Alok Pandey, was also reporting how recently Mizoram has completely overturned its 18-year-old prohibition policy and just said it's a bad idea. How is it working in Gujarat, Akar?
It's not working. I think the per capita consumption in that state, we don't have any real data, but I can tell you from personal experience that the per capita consumption in that state is amongst the highest in the country. Prohibition has not worked anywhere in the world. It hasn't worked in the US, where law and order is taken much more seriously than we do in our parts of the world. So I think for us to assume that the state passes some sort of legislation and it happens on the ground, that's not going to happen. The second thing is that prohibition is a Sanskritic act. It is akin to banning of cow slaughter in that sense. It is an illiberal act. It is an act that will be favored by those who find appeal in Hindutva. I think it is something that the Lohiite movement should have stayed away from, and I'm quite disappointed that it has chosen to pick up this as an issue. In Gujarat, what has happened is that the entire economy of alcohol has gone underground. It has criminalized the police and politics in a way that has not happened in most other states. Even if you are an honest police officer in that state, you are either forced to turn a blind eye to the fact that alcohol is being distributed, or you take a cut. I think to assume that the passing of a law means that people will stay away from alcohol is either stupidity, which I would credit the Congress and the JDU with, or it is, I think, a kind of a political gimmick. I think it is thought that it will win a vote. If you look at the history of India, no state outside of Gujarat has remained with its prohibition policy. From NTR downwards, every state that has tried it has failed. We'll need to know what is new in Bihar that will change this.
So Pawan Verma, can you tell us what's new in Bihar? So many reactions coming up, most of them negative towards this announcement.
You hear me, Sunitra?
Yeah, I can.
I do concede that implementing a policy of prohibition is not easy, but you must remember it was a bold promise. It was a bold promise made keeping in mind the sentiments of a great many people of Bihar, and in particular the women. Bihar is a poor state, and I think rampant alcoholism was affecting the livelihood of people and particularly impacting on the quality of life of women, with men drinking far beyond either their means or their health. So it was a response to what was a publicly expressed opinion which politicians gauge. Now, no one is saying that implementing a policy of prohibition is easy, but that is precisely why Mr. Nitish Kumar has given prospective time to say it will be implemented from the 1st of April 2016. when he will put in place policy measures to see that it's a policy which is followed effectively, learning from other states where prohibition has been introduced, trying to overcome some of the normal consequences of a policy of prohibition, but trying to implement it as effectively as possible in the interests of the poor, who have openly expressed the need for it, especially women.
Oh, okay. So let me just take that to some of these students over here who were really, they were totally not keen on this idea at all. Do you buy that? It's a bold promise, yeah.
See, personally, talking about, I don't support alcoholism because ठीक है, ये नहीं, इसको कोई नहीं पीता शराब को, शराब सबको पी जाती है. बट द वे जिस तरीके से इसको बैन किया गया, अगर आप स्वच्छ भारत अभियान का एग्जाम्पल लोगे तो फाइन नहीं लगाया गया कूड़ा फेंकने के ऊपर. एक लोगों के अंदर जन चेतना लाई गई कि ये चीज़ गलत है. अगर आप देखोगे आजकल की मूवीज में हर जगह पे इट इज़ लाइक इतना इसको पोर्ट्रे किया जा रहा है एज इट पॉजिटिवली. सो डू यू थिंक जस्ट बैनिंग, सिर्फ बैनिंग की वजह से
यंगस्टर कल्चर यू ऑल डोंट लाइक, बट हाउ यू सपोर्टेड नीतीश कुमार ऑन दिस?
मैम एक्चुअली मैं दोनों तरफ हूँ. अगर चॉइस की बात आप करते हो तो ये तो हमारा चॉइस है कि मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ या कुछ भी पी सकता हूँ. लेकिन अगर मैं इसे सोशल लाइफ के रिलेटेड लेता हूँ तो मुझे ये भी डिपेंड है कि अगर मतलब वो सेम बात है कि फैमिली को मतलब वो लोग टॉर्चर करते हैं और सोशल लाइफ पे भी ये लोग मतलब जैसे एक खराब मैम.
I understand. No, so Umang, would you respond to what Pawan Verma is saying? He's saying it's a promise that the JDU gave, and so you have to deliver. So do you think the other people, the people who you said are upset about this banning culture, will they accept the fact that a certain group of people actually wanted it, and so Nitish Kumar is just delivering his promises?
No. If the promise was political, that's a different thing. But then again, if you're talking about the problem, like if somebody is abusing or हाथ उठाते हैं दारू पी के अपनी वाइफ पर, so that's simply a law and order problem. If somebody can carry it well, then why ban him? I mean, why make it a law? आप educate करो public को कि भाई this is make laws very stringent कि nobody can abuse anyone और किसी पर हाथ नहीं उठा सकें. So that is what is needed. Banning alcohol and banning the choices, that's not going to help in any way.
And Akad, what do you make of what the JDU is saying, that their logic in why they had to deliver on this?
No, domestic violence is a very complex issue. To assume that it will end by legislation, we have to be particularly demented to be able to believe that. I think that the experience of the world shows us that alcohol goes underground. People don't stop drinking. Yeah. You increase the criminalization of the production of alcohol, the state loses out on revenue. In this case, I'm told it's about 3,500 crore rupees a year in a state that's already very poor. How are they going to bring that money in? We don't know. It is a solution in their minds. I don't think it resolves anything on the ground. If the JDU believes that people who were beating their wives yesterday will stop from the 1st of April, I'd like to smoke what they are smoking.
Okay, I just want to get a couple more reactions, and you were also from Pataya. Why did you heard the criticism as well? Do you still stick to your stand that you are still backing Nitish Kumar on this?
Yes, it's a good step because not only the people who drink who suffer, their families suffer, their children suffer, all the environment in the family becomes very negative.
But you don't agree with that. Yeah. Why?
What guarantee do we have that after banning alcohol, they will not do domestic violence? Because there's not a guarantee, because they will get alcohol from anywhere else.
Okay.
There's always an exception, or always there is a way to get it.
Always a way to get it. So obviously many people divided, but as we heard from the voices in Patna as well, when Alok was speaking to those people on the ground seem a little divided on this. On social media and all, this isn't going down very well. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, we'll look at the other ramifications of this announcement. Be right back.